10 things I love about Thailand and 5 I hate. Well, when you've lived in Thailand as long as I have, over 3 decades, you get a perspective that is very different from the average tourist. Living here and visiting are not the same, but many people come here for 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month, and they only see the surface. They see the beaches, the food, the nightlife, the temples, and they walk away thinking Thailand is perfect. It's the perfect place. But anyone who has lived here for a year or decades, they know the truth is a lot more complicated than that. And I say that with all due respect. That Thailand is a beautiful place. It's very welcoming, and it's one of the most fascinating countries on the planet. It really is. But it also has its share of downsides, the frustrations, the challenges, the things that make you shake your head and ask, why the hell is it like this? Now, I try not to do that very much so that I don't get frustrated or upset. But today I'm going to lay it out honestly, and I'll give you the 10 things that I really like here and the 10 things that have kept me here so long, besides my wife and kids. But then I'm going to balance it out with the 5 things I don't really like, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is not a tourist brochure. I'm not reading from a brochure or anything. And this is just coming from my time here. Now, in case you don't know, I'm Scott. I'm an American who's been living here in Thailand for more than 30 years, almost half my life now. And if you like this video, do me a favor and click like and subscribe. And please remember to hit the notification bell so you'll be updated on the upcoming videos and live streams. Also, email me at anamericaninbangkok@gmail.com if you need a consultation or you want to just write me. That's fine. So let's get into this here. The 10 things that I love about Thailand. Of course, one thing I like is the food. And I'm not just talking about Thai food, but Thai food is fantastic. It really is great. I do like Thai food. And it is excellent. So, let's just get that out of the way. But there are many, many cuisines here in Thailand. You can have whatever you want. Now, you might only want, a 50 baht plate of pad krapao, which I don't particularly like all that much. But you could go to a Michelin-starred restaurant also, and you'll get extremely flavorful, fresh, and diverse meals. And you can just go to the mall and there's 10 different places in the mall, 10 different cuisines in the mall that you can have, even more than that. So I really like the food here. Number 2, the people. I know it kind of goes without saying. And some people are like, the Thai people all hate us. No, they don't. They don't hate you. They don't have time to care about you, to be completely honest. As long as you're nice to them, they're nice to you. Now, the exception may be in the tourist areas where some tourists are just completely done with tourists. They've seen the tourists and they're like, ugh, I've had enough of this, And so they may not be the most cordial. But there are still very many Thais in the tourist areas that are quite nice. All right, number 3, the cost of living compared to the West. And while prices have gone up here, I've said this a million times, prices go up. It is more expensive. It's not cheap, it's cheaper. But compared to the US, Europe, wherever, Australia, New Zealand, you can still live very, very well for a lot less here in Thailand. Of course, there's the healthcare. I mean, this goes without even saying. Now, Thailand has excellent private hospitals, pretty good public hospitals. There are public hospitals, you might have to wait for a while, but they're at a fraction of the cost that you'll get in the West. And there is a reason why medical tourism exists here. And that is because healthcare is very, very good. Something I really like a lot is the pace of life. Now, some people may think that Bangkok is, it's fast paced. Okay, go outside of Bangkok. The pace is much slower, less stressful, and more community oriented. What I'll say is, I find Bangkok to be a lot slower than in the US. And I don't rush around. Now that I'm retired, I don't think to myself, I've got to hurry up and get there. I don't have to hurry anywhere. How often do I have an emergency where I've got to get there by exactly 10 o'clock? Well, I try to make my appointments at the time of the day that I want to be there. So if I say, I'd like to be there at 11. Oh, you don't have an 11 o'clock? How about 11:30? Okay. Well, I know I'm up and about, it's 5, 6 o'clock. I start waking up, but when I really get out, it's about 8, 9 o'clock. So 11 o'clock, 11:30, perfect for me. And I like that. I like the pace of life here. Number 6 is the geography and the variety. You got beaches, you got mountains, you got jungles, you got cities, you got little villages, all in one country. In a way, it kind of is like the United States. You got all the things that the United States has, but it's much smaller. Thailand is about the size of Texas. And you have all these things right there. You can fly somewhere in the morning, be there and have breakfast. You go down to, you're in the mountains, you go down to the ocean, you have lunch, and for dinner, you're eating in a jungle tree house. You can do that here. Very easy. So I love that about Thailand. I really think that that's something that people should consider. Also, the weather. I know some people hate it, but you know what? If you play your cards right, you don't have to be sweating and dripping in sweat all of the time. It can be very humid here, but go to Myanmar. You want humid? Listen, I walk around Myanmar and my whole body is covered in sweat. Here in Thailand, I may get a little sweat in my chest, a little back sweat or something, maybe on the brow. But you know what? That hasn't happened in a long time. And maybe that's because I'm not walking long distances anymore, and I'm very smart about where I walk and how I walk. I try to always be in the shade. If I got to go somewhere and I'm going to walk, well, I want to make sure that there's shade. If there's no shade, then it's a long distance. Just take a taxi. I mean, that's the way it goes. So I like it here, and I always like the heat more than I like the snow because I don't want a snowball show, and I don't want to shovel snow, and I don't want to freeze to death. The accessibility. Thailand is a hub. Bangkok is a hub. You can fly anywhere in Asia, and it's relatively cheap, pretty much. You are in a regional hub, and that's fantastic. So that counts for a lot. I mean, I go all over Thailand, but I go all over Asia, and I go to some other places, but all over Asia, it's so simple to get around. Now, the daily convenience is something else. You're at home, you don't want to go out. Okay, I'll use the delivery app. Great. You're at home and you want to get somewhere quick. Oh, I'm going to get a motorbike taxi. Oh, I need a few things from the store, but I really don't want to go to the grocery. Just go to 7-Eleven. Very convenient. There's 7-Elevens all over the place. I mean, they're right across the street from each other. But living here can be incredibly convenient. All right, number 10, the freedom of the lifestyle. You can design your life here. I know some people think that, they're just going to come here and they're going to do this and do that, and they're not going to worry about it. But really, you can design your life how you want it to be. And I've kind of morphed into that. Not really trying to do it, but I have. And whether you want to live cheap in a village or upscale in a Bangkok condo, you have choices. Now let's get to the things that I don't like. The bureaucracy, immigration, banking, government offices. I hate going to government offices. Endless paperwork, constantly changing rules, and zero consistency. I don't know what it is. I mean, like the banks. Why doesn't the Bank of Thailand make rules for every bank? But every bank wants to interpret them themselves. No, make them to where the Bank of Thailand interprets them for the banks, gives them to them, and the banks have to do everything the same. Like, I go in to get an account. Now, this is a couple years ago. I go in to get an account with a retirement visa, and they say, you got work permit? Huh? I said, how would I have a work permit? I got a retirement visa. Oh, cannot. Well, I have a marriage visa too. I mean, I have a marriage paperwork too. Oh, you married Thai? Yes. Okay, no problem. When really it shouldn't be a problem at all in the first place. That's the thing. All right, number 2, corruption. corruption can work for you or against you, but it always kind of hurts you, but it is part of life here. There's small bribes and there's major scandals, but for the most part, it is part of life. The T-money, it's who you know. Okay, that counts for something. Number 3, the traffic. I don't think anybody likes Bangkok traffic. It is soul crushing. And the BTS, MRT, CityLink, the boats, all these kind of things do make it easier to where you don't have to deal with the traffic. And that's what I do most of the time. Now, sometimes I'll just go, I'm taking a grab. And guess what? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to listen to my music. I'm going to relax. It might take me an hour and a half to get there. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because I'm going to relax. I'm going to take it easy. Put my feet up a little bit. And just, if I want to, I'll fall asleep. And, the traffic doesn't get to me that much. It's not really that bad sometimes, but it can be a lifestyle obstacle. Now, number 4, pollution. Air quality in Bangkok and the north, especially during burning season, is awful. Beaches and seas, well, not many people talk about this, but they suffer from a lot of plastic waste. And it's really horrible. I'm going to do a video on that soon. Number 5, the 2-tier system. Need I say more? Dual pricing, different rules for Thais and foreigners, and the sense that no matter how long you've been here, you're still just a guest. And, I don't know if that's so bad, but most of the time I don't really like the 2-tier pricing system, especially in the hospitals. Now, they have a multi-tier in the hospitals. Oh, you're Japanese. Oh, you're from the Middle East. Oh, you are from the United States. Oh, well, all those might have different prices. And that's the thing. The uniformity is not always there. So Thailand is not perfect, but neither is anywhere else. What makes the place special is that for all the challenges, the positives still outweigh the negatives for me. At least now it does. In 10 years, talk to me then. The food, the people, the lifestyle, the healthcare, the convenience, they make life here worth living, and it's not just livable, but it's very enjoyable most of the time. If you're considering moving here, you need to understand the downsides too. It's not all smiles and sunsets. The bureaucracy will frustrate you, the traffic will drive you nuts, and the corruption will make you cynical, and you'll always be a farang because you are a foreigner. You will never be Thai. The point is, don't come here expecting perfection. Come here understanding the trade-offs, because if you accept the bad with the good, Thailand is one of the best places in the world to live. Again, I will say that. For me, after 3 decades, the 10 things I love still outweigh the 5 things I hate, and that is why I'm still here. Now, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you show your support for the channel, if you want to show your support for the channel, please do so by hitting the join button down below, and for as little as $1.99, which is less than a cup of coffee in some places, or it's about the price of coffee in like Cafe Amazon or something, you can get a membership to the channel. Also, send me a letter, send me a comment, whatever you want. You want to talk to me about something, you need a consultation, and americaninbangkok@gmail.com. That is all I have. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Until next time, chok di leo jerken mai, which means what? Good luck, and see you again. Take care. Dule Didi.